So today, Curtis, we're going to be learning about single-digit multiplication. I know previously you've been working on some multiplication problems with Miss Davis and Miss Butler, but today we're going to be reviewing single digits multiplication problems. So maybe this will be easy for you, it may be hard. We'll have to figure out. But during the lesson, you're a pretty good student, but I want you to stay on task. I want you to pay attention. If you have any questions during the lesson, just raise your hand and I'll answer them for you to the best that I can. But so today we're going to be starting with single-digit multiplication problems. All right, and so I have this problem written down. All right.
Sorry.
You're fine. Okay, so we're going to learn a fast way to work problems that talk about the same number time and time again. Okay? So how many are in this group?
1,
This entire group right here. How many blue blocks are in this group?
5,
5. Okay, how many are in this group?
5,
5, very good. In this group?
5.
Awesome. Okay, so are we talking about the same number again and again?
Mm-hmm.
We are. We're talking about the number 5. So when we talk about the same number, time and time again, we make a times problem. What number are we talking about time and time again in these columns?
5.
5. We're talking about the number 5. So we write 5. All right, so I want you to write on your paper, I want you to write 5 down. I'll use the big marker so you can see it better. 5. All right. How many 5s do we have in our drawn-out problem?
3.
3. Okay, so we write times 3. Do you know the times sign? You know what it looks like? Can you draw it out for me? Yes, very good. All right, so the times sign is a multiplication sign or an X. It looks like an X to us, so we would do times 3.
3.
Let me write that backwards.
Oh.
Sorry. Trying to write it your way. I wrote it backwards. Okay.
I'm confused.
It's okay. So what does this problem say?
5 times 3 equals.
So what does this say? Read it for me.
5 times 3.
Very good. All right, so we're going to figure out 5 times 3 a fast way. We're going to count by 5s 3 times, okay?
Yes.
So I want you to count with me, all right?
5. 5.
I
Wait,
want you
5.
to, yeah, 5.
10. 15.
15, very good. All right, so there are 15 in all. All right, and so we're going to make sure that this is right by counting our little blocks because they're all 1. So 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Okay, so we saw there are 15 when we count by 5 and 15 when we count by 1s, okay? So we can count the fast way when we talk about the same number time and time again. All right, and so if we just figured out 5 times 3, what would our answer be?
15.
15. Very good. All right. And so now we're going to do another problem, just like this one, but just with different numbers. Okay.
2.
All right. So how many numbers are in my first column?
2.
2. Well, I'll turn that around. Here. All right. And so how many are in this group?
2.
This group?
2.
And this group?
And 2.
All right. So we're talking about 2 the whole entire time, right?
Yes.
All right. So we would write our 2 at the beginning of our problem.
So 2 times 4.
All right. Well, how many groups of 2 do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see that one. Okay.
Better?
Yes, ma'am. 4.
4. All right. And so we learned our groups of, we would do a time symbol and then write our number. So our problem is going to be 2 times 4. Alright, and so now to figure it out the fast way, you could count by 2s. Ready?
1, 2,
2,
2, 4, 6, 8.
8. Okay, so we said that the 2 times 4 equals 8. So now we're going to have to check and go back and count our 1s if we're not sure. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay, so our problem is 8. Alright. So we've done our problems with our little drawings. So now we're going to move on to something a little bit harder. We're going to write these problems down. Alright. Okay, so we're going to look at our first one here. What does this symbol right here, this sign, tell you to count by?
Count by.
Alright, so yes, this sign right here tells you to count by. The multiplication sign tells you to count by. Alright, so when we look at this as a whole, it's telling you to count by 5s. What is it telling you to do?
To count by 5.
Very good. Alright, what about this one?
To count by 10.
This one?
To count by 2s.
And this one?
And to count by 9.
Alright, awesome. Alright, so that's just reading part of the problem. So now we're going to look at reading the rest of the problem. Alright, so we have this right here. What does this tell you to do?
To count by.
To count by what?
To count by 5.
Very good. Alright, so our problem that we were working on earlier was 5 times 3. Alright, so now this problem tells you to count by 5 3 times. What does it tell you to do?
To count by 5 3 times.
Very good. Alright, and we said that this problem tells you to count by 10. Alright, so the problem that we're going to do for this one is 4. Alright, so what is it telling you to do now?
To count by 10 by 4.
Very good. To count by 10s 4 times. Alright, what is this problem telling you to do?
To count by 2.
To count by 2s. Alright, and the number that we're going to write here, ooh, I can't write. I think that's right. Is that a 5? Is that a 5? Yes, okay, that's a 5. Alright, so what is the problem telling you to do now?
To count by 2s by 5.
To count by 2s 5 times.
Oh.
So what is it telling you to do?
To count by 2s 5 times.
5 times. Very good, Curtis. Alright.
That almost looked like a 3.
Yeah, I know. I messed up writing it. Alright, so now what does this one tell you to do?
To count by 9.
To count by 9. Okay. And now we're going to add a 4 to the end of this problem. Alright, so now what does the new problem tell you to do?
To count by 9. To count by 9s to 4.
To count by 9s 4 times. What does it say?
To count by 9 4 times.
Alright, we're going to do one more, alright? 6. Yes, I think so. No, it's not. I need to work on practicing my backwards skills. I need to learn how to write numbers backwards. Okay, so this is our new problem. Alright.
To count by 6.
To count by 6. Okay. Alright, so now what is the problem telling
That's
you?
good. To count by 6 3 times.
3 times, very good, Curtis. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to move on to another part. And this is our structured board presentation. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? Alright, so this is our problem. What does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 2 5 times.
Very good, Curtis. Alright, so how many times are we going to count?
5 times.
5 times. Very good. All right. So I'm going to put up 5 fingers. All right.
Yes.
Watch me count by 2 5 times. All right. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. So now it's your turn to count by 2 5 times. How many times are you going to count?
5.
5. Very good. All right. So hold up your fingers. All right. And you're going to count by 2 5 times.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
10. Very good. All right. Now I want you to do it again, but while you count, I want you to touch your finger every single time that you count. All right, when counting by 2s. So get ready. Count.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Very good. All right. So what number did you end with?
10.
All right. So we're gonna write a 10 at the end of our problem.
It's lazy. The paper's lazy.
Yeah, it is. It won't stay up. All right. So now we're gonna do a problem just like this again. Alright, so what does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 2 3 times.
Very good, Curtis. Alright, so how many times are we going to count?
3 times.
Very good. Alright, so you're going to hold up your fingers. Alright, and what number are you going to count by?
2.
2. Very good. Alright, so get ready to count. Alright, ready?
2, 4, 6.
Awesome. Okay. Alright, so how many did you end up with?
6.
6. Okay, so we're going to write a 6 down in our box. Alright, now we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more problems that we're going to practice this with. Alright? Nope.
Oh no.
I know, right? I really need to work on my backwards skills. Let's see. 5 times 4. 10 times 3. 2 times 4. And 9 times 3. Alright, so we have our problem. And we're going to do the same thing. So what does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 5 4 times.
Very good. Alright, so how many times are you going to count by?
4 times.
4 times. Alright, so hold up your fingers, like we did. Alright, and so what number are you going to count by?
5.
5. Alright, so get ready. Go.
5, 10, 15, 20.
20. Alright, so what number did you end with?
20.
20. Very good, Curtis.
Wait, do I have to write all these?
You can.
I'm gonna write them.
When we get to this other part of the worksheet, you can write them all down, but for right now, you don't have to. Alright. Alright, so we said that 5 times 4 equals 20. Alright. So now we're going to move on to our next problem. What does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 10 3 times.
Awesome. Alright, so what are we going to... No, excuse me. How many times are we going to count?
3 times.
Very good. Alright. And what are we going to count by?
10.
Alright, 10. Alright, so go ahead and hold up your fingers. Alright, and get ready to count, okay? Ready?
10, 30, 40.
One more time.
Wait.
Start from the beginning.
Oh.
I think you saw. Ready? Go.
10, 20, 30.
Alright, so what number did you end up with, Curtis?
30.
30. Very good.
I was like, don't
Caught yourself, didn't you? Alright, so we said that 10 times 3 equals 30. Now moving on to our next problem. What does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 2 4 times.
Awesome. Alright, so how many times are you going to count?
Oh, 4 times. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy.
How many times?
4 times.
4 times. Very good. Okay. And so I want you to go ahead and hold up your fingers. Alright, so what number are you going to count by?
2.
2. Alright, so get ready to count. Oops, paper's falling. Alright, get ready to count. Alright, ready?
2, 4, 6, 8.
So what number did you end with?
8.
8, very good. Alright. Alright, and our last problem that we're working on for this part. Alright, so what does this problem tell us to do?
To count by 9 3 times.
Alright, awesome. Alright, so how many times are you going to count?
3 times.
3 times. Alright, and what number are you going to count by?
9.
9. Alright, so are you ready to count?
Yes.
Alright, so go ahead and hold up your fingers. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
9, 18, 27.
Very good. 9s are always hard for me.
It's
You did a good job. Alright. So now, I want you to write these problems down on your sheet of paper, okay? I'm going to write them down and then you can copy them.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Did I already do my
You
turn?
might have already done that. Well, that way, you see, you're catching on. All right. I want you to go ahead and write these problems down on your paper. And tell me when you're ready.
Done.
All right, ready? Okay. So I want you to touch the first problem. All right. So what does this problem tell you to do?
Count by 5 3 times.
So how many times are you going to count?
3 times.
All right. Hold up your fingers. All right. What number are you counting by?
5.
5. Very good. All right. So get ready and count.
5, 10, 15.
All right.
And I just saw it on the paper.
You saw that. All right. So when you count by 5 3 times, what do you end with?
15.
15. So you write 15 at the end of the problem. All right. So you need to write 15 as I do. All right. Now. All right. So I want you to touch the second problem. All right. What does this problem tell you to do?
To count by 10 4 times.
Very good. How many times are you going to count?
4 times.
Yes. And by what number?
10 times. 10.
10. Yes. All right. So go ahead and hold up your fingers and get ready to count. Ready? Go.
10, 20, 30, 40,
And so what number did you end with?
40,
40. So when you count by 10, you end with 40. So you're going to write 40 in the box at the very end. All right, so our last problem, I want you to go ahead and point to it. All right. What does this problem tell you to do?
To count by 2 6 times.
All right. How many times are you going to count?
6 times.
6 times. All right. And what number are you counting by?
2.
2. All right. So go ahead and hold up your fingers, and we're going to count again. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's go.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
All right. So when you count by 2 6 times, what do you end with?
12.
12. All right. So write 12 at the end of your problem.
Ow. out and out.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Who could sleep on a stone?
Did you write 12 in the near problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm going to give you.
I can't get up.
You can sit up, Curtis. All right. So I'm going to give you a couple more problems. I'm going to let you do these by yourself, and then we're going to go over these. I'm going to check them and see how great you are at math. All right.
Well, I'm gonna have to use these on this paper.
That's fine. Okay, so here are the problems I want you to write down. And I want you to pay attention and make sure you're writing them down correctly, okay?
This one.
So go ahead and write them down for me.
Like this. Oh,
Can
okay.
you hold it up so you can see better?
I thought it was 5 times 4. 5
There
plus
you go. Look at the tricky symbols.
4. It's gonna be a little good for me to use these. 10 times 3. Because if I was going and 10 times and 10 plus 5. Oh goodness. Um,
Alright. You have them all written down?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to let you solve these by yourself. You can use the same strategies that you've just learned. So you can either say them aloud or you can do them inside your head.
What's that one?
Alright, you want to do it inside your head? That's cool with me. Alright, so I'm going to give you a couple minutes to solve these. And I want to see how good you are, alright? Alright, so get ready. Go.
Done.
Done. Guess what?
Oh.
How long do you think it took you?
1 minute.
One?
1 second.
1 second? It took you a little bit longer than a second. It took you about 30 seconds to do, let's see, 5 problems. All right, so let's check them. All right. So you said that 5 times 4 equals 20. You are correct. Good job. Check mark. 5 plus 4 is 9. Good job. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 5 is 50. Good job. And then 10 plus 5 is 15. 100, Curtis.
Yay!
Very good. Very
my
good.
head.
Alright. Alright, so ooh, paper's going crazy.
He wants to get out of this, but he can't.
Alright, so we just finished working on our single digit multiplication problems, alright? And so in a few minutes I'm going to take your papers back up, alright? But before we end this lesson, I want to ask you a couple questions. Alright, so what was this lesson about, Curtis?
Multiplication.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of multiplication? No? Alright, so this kind of multiplication is called single digit multiplication. What kind is it called?
Single digit multiplication.
Very good. Alright, and so what does this sign right here. What does this sign tell you to do?
To count by.
Yes, the multiplication sign tells you to count by. Alright? And before we go, I want to see if you can tell me what this problem tells you to do.
To count by 5. To count by 10 5 times.
Very good, to count by 10 5 times. Alright, so you've done a wonderful job. And Miss Davis, Miss Butler will be proud of you. But, alright, so that was the end of our lesson for single digit multiplication.